The hottest releases for New Comic Book Day, let's get into it. In this video, we're going to talk about the hottest books coming out for June 28th, and the first book on the list is She-Hulk number 14. Now, this is the origin of Scoundrel, who first appeared in issue number 11. Synopsis reads, the secret history of the Scoundrel revealed. The coolest new villain of 2023 has been shrouded in mystery, but She-Hulk is putting on her detective hat and getting to the bottom of it. So let's take a look at the regular cover. You can see Scoundrel behind She-Hulk. He's in that sky blue and white outfit with the eye mask. And from what I can see, he is a potential love interest and or villain in this She-Hulk series. So kind of a cool looking character. Let's zoom over to League of Comic Geeks and take a look at the variants. I only see two. There is a Virgin and a Title Chew variant, and the Virgin is a 1 in 50 variant. Kind of cool, kind of shows a different looking She-Hulk. However, I would stick with the regular cover as Scoundrel is actually on that cover. If you like these kind of videos, please give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. And the second book on our list is Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 4. Now, this is the first appearance of Meta Woman. Saving the world by saving the monsters isn't easy, and the world's strangest superheroes need someone even stranger to help them process everything they endure. Join Doom Patrol's resident therapist, Dr. Cinco, as she channels 5 fifth-dimensional entities into one super consciousness to delve deep into the psyches of Robot Man, Elasti-Woman, Negative Man, and more. So take a look at this cover here. I do believe this is Meta Woman on the cover with the several faces, heads of the Doom Patrol coming out of her. Let us know in the comments what you think if that is Meta Woman. And let's check out the variants. I'm seeing two. There is an Alan Qua variant. Looks like the Doom Patrol is battling some werewolves on the cover, so I really like that one. And then the second is a Lyrics cardstock variant. Looks like the Doom Patrol is having some fun with some karaoke at a club or a bar. So really cool. However, I think the regular issue, once again, is going to be the safer pick, as I think this new character, Meta Woman, is on the cover. Let us know what you think. If you're new to comic collecting, make sure you download the Key Collector app, as it is a great resource to check out comic books and get live comic book and movie news. And the next book on our list is Thor 35. Now, this is the origin of Hela, the Midgard-shattering finale of Blood of the Fathers. Dr. Doom makes his final stand to control all of humankind, past, present, and future. Thor must defeat him before the course of history and the future of the 10 realms are irrevocably altered. But taming a force powerful enough to destroy free will itself might prove to be a greater challenge than Thor could have imagined. Plus, the mysterious origin of Hela is finally revealed. So looking at the regular cover here, kind of this gothic dark theme going on with Hela in the background. Really cool. It looks like she has in her hand, possibly, I can't tell, but is that the Infinity Gauntlet? Let me know what you think in the comments there. And then once again, only two variants. We got a Johnson variant and then a Larraz Ultimate Last Look variant, which I think I prefer out of the two. Once again, if you're thinking about purchasing this book or you've been following this storyline, I think the safe pick for this book is to stick with the regular cover. It's only an origin of Hela, not a first appearance. She is on the cover. I think it's pretty cool, but be safe. Stick with the regular cover. And the fourth and final book on our list is X-Men Before the Fall, Heralds of Apocalypse number 1. Now, this is kind of an interesting book. This is the origin of Arakko, who is a sentient island that can walk like a human. And I was doing some research. Arakko is actually the sister entity of Krokeo. The origin of Arakko. In ancient days, Genesis turned back the hordes of Amenth. In ancient days, Genesis forced annihilation into a parlay. What words are spoken in her mind? Now finally, Apocalypse will know, and the echoes of those words might destroy him, and Arakko with him. So at MJZ, we're huge X-Men fans here. I love this cover with Apocalypse, and it looks like his 4 horsemen. Origin of Arakko, so very cool. It's a number 1. And let's take a look at the variants. There's 2 variants again, a Villa Stormbreakers variant. And then I think the best pick of the bunch is this U variant. Kind of a similar looking cover with Apocalypse sitting on a throne with what appears to be his 4 horsemen surrounding him. So really cool book. X-Men Before the Fall, Heralds of Galactus number 1, The Origin of Arakko. Once again, if you're just watching our videos, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And now let's get into our long box edition, where we go over some books you might be able to find in the back issues at comic book stores, maybe at a flea market or an antique store. And the book I want to talk about today is Dragon Ball Z #1. Now this was from March of 1998, and this book has been heating up. This is the first US adaptation of Dragon Ball Z in Standard Comics. It's got a classic picture of Goku doing the Kamehameha wave on the cover. Now this book has been getting hot. I was looking at some of the recent sales, and a 9.8 I believe recently sold for around $700 or $800. So this is a little bit more of an expensive book. In a low grade, you're probably gonna spend maybe closer to $30, $40, $50 for this one. High grade in the low to mid hundreds. But I think this book has some great value as we're seeing some of these books like the Super Mario Brothers books, comics based on video games and cartoons that are starting to heat up. So I think this is one to look into, especially because manga has such a huge following, especially here in the United States, and it's getting more and more popular. I think these other strange, esoteric, not mainstream comics are going to eventually start becoming popular amongst the comic investors and collectors. So make sure you check this book out, Dragon Ball Z #1. Be aware there are several prints of this book. I believe I've seen up to a 4th printing. So if you're checking this book out, make sure it's the first print. And sticking with the theme of cartoons, video games, manga, the next book on our long box list is The Legend of Zelda #1. Now this is from 1990, June of 1990. Now this comic book series was inspired by the Legend of Zelda video game on the original Nintendo console. And Link first appears in the Nintendo Comics sneak preview. And that's got Super Mario on the cover. This book is much more expensive though, about 3 to 4 times more expensive. So I think this one might be out of the price range for most collectors. However, I think there's great value in The Legend of Zelda #1. It's a #1 based off the video game, and Link is actually on the cover with Zelda. So I think this is a great value book that you can probably get in low grade from what I can see for under $50, and a high grade copy as high as $250. So check this one out, The Legend of Zelda #1. Great looking book for anyone that loves the Zelda video game series. And before we go to our pick of the week, I want to give a big shout out to the Cape Crusader. This guy has been commenting on every one of our videos. He's also been saying that he's been picking up a lot of our recommendations. So big shout out to the Cape Crusader. Thank you for your support. So hot books for June 28th, my pick of the week is going to be Unstoppable Doom Patrol #4. It's really the only first appearance of the week. Not the strongest week as far as key books, hot issues, but I think this is the one. If you're tight on issues, tight on money for this week, this is the one book I would pick up. Unstoppable Doom Patrol #4, first appearance of Meta Woman. Skip the other books as they are only origins of characters. Please give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and join us every Sunday where we go over the hot books of the week here on MJZ Comics. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.